Yeah, man. It's at the dawn of a brand new beginning. For the community, it's a bright horizon. Hey, it is community focus, community focus. Yes, it's for you, me, yes, it's for us. Just tune in, tell a friend and join us to discuss topics that affect us, whether personal or political, local or international. It is a platform for us to build from, so the community can grow to be strong. To the host, Raymond Dugue, Michael Duncan, two of our honorary humanitarian. It's real and it no bogus. Stand against those who stand against us. When situation rough and get tedious, get tedious, get tedious. Community focus, community focus. Community, yo, we have to adjust. Community focus, community focus. Ask the Almighty, Him will guide us. Community focus, community focus. Live up.
Marcus Garvey words come to pass. Marcus Garvey words come to pass. Can't get no food to eat. Can't get no money to spend. Oh, can't get no food to eat. Can't get no money to spend. Come, little one, oh, let me do what I can for you, and you, hello. Come, little one, come. Oh, let me do what I can for you and you alone. Oh, you know the right hand do it now. Shall be spanked with many stripes. Weeping and wailing and mourning. You got yourself to blame. I tell you, the right, the right, the right, the right, the right. The right, the right, the right, the right, the right, the right. I beg you, oh, tell you to do right. Beg you to do right. Whoa. Where is Baba
Yes, brothers and sisters, where is Bagawaya? Nowhere around, can't be found. Sold out Marcus Garvey. Yes, brothers and sisters, here at this platform, there's no selling out of the Honorable Marcus Messiah Garvey. There's no selling out of our brothers and sisters. There is no selling out where race first is concerned. Brothers and sisters, we have lived in this region for hundreds of years. Yes. Yes. All them Marcus, all them. No selling out, brothers and sisters. No selling out to Marcus Garvey. No selling out to our ancestors. No selling out of our future generations. The commitment to our people, the love for our people continue, and it cannot be denied. Brothers and sisters, the time has come for us to better our conditions, and each and every one of us have a role to play. Just remember, if we do what we're supposed to do tonight, our conditions change tomorrow. Just remember that each and every one of us, for there to be any sense of unity, every segment of our community must be involved, including you, brothers and sisters. Chance has never yet satisfied the hopes of a suffering people. So we can hope, we can pray, we can beg, we can steal, we can do whatever we want, brothers and sisters. But it's only through a careful plan, organization, system that's based on the premise of establishing race first that we can do what we need to do for our people. Brothers and sisters, thank you for joining us on this platform here, UNIA Rock Media. This is the platform that we have created to reach our people, to reach the masses. It's going to take time. But again, each and every one of us, we have a role here to play, to advertise this platform, to tell our friends and our families and get them to commit and to be a part of promoting this platform for the race. Brothers and sisters, never admit that we played any part in slavery, because that's what they did to convince us that they enslave us, but we help them. So be careful about the words you speak and not to propagate this man, the colonizers, the slave master lies and intrusion of our race. Brother Dugue, good evening, and how are you?
Greetings, President General. Can you hear and see me loud and clear?
Loud and clear, brother.
Okay, good. Welcome, brothers and sisters. Today is Tuesday, September 16th, 6265 or 2025. Welcome to the UNIA Rock Media, the media arm of the UNIA. That's the Universal Negro Improvement Association, ACL, African Communities League. The association, the group, the organization, the government that the Honorable Marcus Mosiah Garvey established for us. He realized we don't have power. And to get power, you need to build yourself a government. So a black government for black people. Anyway, the host of this media is the President General of the UNIA. In fact, the President General and Administrator, that's your friend and my friend, the Most Honorable Michael R. Duncan. And the co-host is the First Assistant President General of the UNIA, Raymond Duguay. I'm at your service. Okay, President General, before we get started, today, September 16th, okay, 1963, the church in Alabama, in Birmingham, where they were bombed and 4 little black girls lost their lives. President General, can we just continue this, hoping that somebody else will stand up? You know, I mean, all black people, like, you know what, today I'm not going out and protest, or I'm not going to go shop at the Rock. Let me count on, Mike Duncan to do it. Let me count on Dawood Andre to do it. Can we do that? Please answer.
No, we can't. And we have to do it. The right is ours and the commitment is ours. And I'm happy that you spoke about those 4 little girls, because it helped to break the backs of some of our people, even people like Roy Wilkins, who was a pacifier. This situation brought him out and brought out many leaders who eventually spoke out against it. Roy Wilkins, Martin Luther King. So again, it took something like this, but this just go to show how they terrorize us.
Mm.
They terrorize us to
in a church.
In a church. And these 4 little black girls, their names were what? I think Addie Mae Collins, Cynthia Wesley, Carol Mrs. Robinson, and Carol McNair. Changed the scope of thing, but the abuse, we were terrorized. We are being terrorized in this place. It has to stop. And brothers and sisters, these people said they want this country to be great again. I hope we understand, and I hope we know what that means.
Can you imagine? I mean, I understand if you're at a protest. Well, actually, even that I don't understand. But you're in church on a Sunday, just going to, express the faith that you believe in a higher creator and to bond with people, become community. And then The bomb went off. It was well concealed. It's unbelievable. Only four Africans lost their lives, but it happened to be four princesses, four little girls that would have gone on to do such great things. So, President General, you're all right. That broke the back and it forced a lot of people to realize, gee, we're dealing with a beast here.
Yeah.
We want to be nonviolent. Absolutely. We want to be turn the other cheek, but they're not nonviolent. They're not turning the other cheek. And I've had this conversation with Brother Oster. I said, when you assume that the other side is humane and they're not, well, you can't go far. It can't happen. Okay, that was September 16th. September 21, which is this Sunday, 1905, the brother, Mr. Herndon, is going to create 1905. I mean, that's even before Mr. Garvey establishes the UNIA. 1905, Mr. Garvey's still in Jamaica. I mean, still in Kingston. So 1905, he establishes it used to be the Atlanta Benevolent and Mutual Life. He buys that. He renames it Atlanta Life. It's going to be called Atlanta Life Insurance Company. This is 1905. He bought it for $140. And then get this. You know how insurance companies work. You have to have reserves. So he put up $5,000 for reserve. We're talking 1905. This is even before Mr. Garvey buys his first ship. I mean, this is a long time ago. Can you imagine? And so that only goes to prove to you, brothers and sisters, of course we can do it. Everything is impossible until it becomes possible. It ran, it had employees, it did everything. Not too different than the Faka Rock. So all you have to do is will it. What you need a philosophy. You need to come together. There must be unity. Oh, no doubt. But everything is doable. I mean, President General, I'm still blown away. 1905 to start an insurance company, and it's still in existence. Your thoughts, President General? and hold it. You know where I'm going. The reason why I'm asking you is, where's yours, President General? You know that's coming. Go ahead, answer the question.
Yeah, 1905. But my only thing I can say about that, was there anything that Mr. Garvey did not think about?
Nothing. No, the UNIA acted as a mutual benefit society. It had its own. Anytime there was death, there was a death benefit and unemployment benefits. No, Mr. Garvey thought it all. But I'm still perplexed, President General. Where is our insurance company? You know that's where I'm going. Please respond.
You see, brothers and sisters, and that's why we're here on this platform, because all those things that we need, we're going to have to get them. And for us to get them, it has to be through the name of unity, where each and every one of us play a role. And don't think that it's impossible, because if it's impossible now, can you imagine how impossible it was then?
President Jen, we had just come out of chattel slavery. I mean, you're talking about chattel slavery and then segregation, all of that. I mean, in fact, the brother, Mr. Herndon, he was born enslaved. He had been enslaved. So everything is possible. Just got to believe and come and do it. So, President General, lead me, the limit as X approaches infinity. Lead me to that point. Where are we going with this, President General? Please answer.
Brothers and sisters, we're going all the way. We're going all the way. And, you could bet your money on it. We're going to get there. That's why, Brother Dugan, now we're stressing our health, because we know the commitment. But more than us, we're imploring our brothers and sisters to join our ranks, that we can build a better tomorrow. And we need a succession plan. So we need the young brothers and sisters to join, brothers and sisters, join our ranks, that we may build a better tomorrow.
There you have it. And when President General says young people, he's clear, younger than we are. I mean, as long as you're younger than we are, that's young.
That's what we need, and we do need succession plans. Okay, uh, President General, today on Black Star News with Milton Alimadi, our good brother. By the way, he is unavailable on Mondays and Tuesdays. I've been communicating with him, so we don't know how we're going to get him. Semester's going on. He has classes at exactly on those days. Plus, he has seminars to do, and he's doing a PhD in journalism at Howard University. But anyway, on his show today, Black Star News, they had Brother Dawood Andre on the show. Now, President General, I'm wondering if it's not because they both had been at our geopolitical, they didn't know each other that well. But since then, it's amazing. At the UNIA convention, we had that panel, and now I see, but I'm happy to see that anyway. So they're discussing. For those of us who are unaware, the Kenya project is over. 2 weeks ago, William Ruto informed the populace that the Kenya so-called police in Haiti are leaving. And get this, President General, they didn't even get 10% of what they had been promised. That's number one. Number two is who's coming in. Well, the previous owner of Blackwater, the U.S. paramilitary group, what do you call that? Merchants of Death. These are people that do those type of things. Anyway, so Ruto, the president of Kenya, informs the populace that the project is over. They have to exit, and good riddance. President General, I think Dawood Andre did an excellent job today where he said this was just blackface. Simple as that. Kenya acting Pan-Africanism. We're there to support IET. If anything, the gangs have gotten stronger, bigger, and better. And brothers and sisters, don't be fooled at all. This is all theater, meaning the U.S. government, the U.S. Special Forces created, equipped, and trained these so-called gangs to terrorize the people. What they want is the elimination of people power completely. Forget about the mineral resources that IET has. Even if it exists, IT doesn't have the equipment, technology, or know-how, or anything else to be able, and the tools, equipment to take it out. So that's not the reason. It's to the suppression of people power. And if they're going all out for this, and then at one point on the show, Brother Milton asked Dawood if you're willing to sit with the white guy who publishes, who built, who created this fake Haitian newspaper called Haïti Liberté. Would he be willing to sit down and debate him on the show? Dawood said, of course not. Why would I? This would be honoring a criminal. He's going out of his ways to tell us that these criminal gangs are liberators, that they're following the line of Dessalines. I mean, that's it, PG. Imagine some Sambo coming up to us and telling us, I'm following the line of Marcus Garvey. No, that's sacrilegious. How dare you even think of using the name of Dessalines for what these people are doing? Anyway, so it was an excellent show, and I think our dear brother Charles Asukile sent us a text saying it was very good. Yeah, he's right. Excellent. And what it is to stand up for your people and not to back down. And in the show today, Dawood was asked about Mia Motley and CARICOM. He says this is all fake. There's nothing honest about it. All of these countries, I mean, the exact term he used was stooges. But this is what we mean by reste avec. And so nothing is going to change unless we do it. And this is why we're begging you to join the UNIA. And you still, today's only the 16th. You still have 2 more weeks, 14 more days, because the month of September is the month that the President General was born, and we need to grow our membership. But not only that, but we need to be liberated. And the only way to be liberated is you have to be organized. As simple as that. There's no rocket science. Okay, and finally, President General, right before I came on the show, one of Dr. Duguay's patients was introduced to me. Well, the doctor wanted me to speak to him, talk about the UNIA, the FACA rock, and things like that. And so while I'm speaking with him, he says to me, Mr. Raymond, I don't know how to say this, but I don't consider myself a Haitian. I consider myself an African. Uh, your thoughts, President General? He says he's not a Haitian, he's an African. Your thoughts, President General?
So where you got that idea from, brother?
Not for me,
Not
though. Yeah, no, that's why I'm so impressed.
Yes.
So yeah, so we're definitely going to be recruiting, and as the good doctor sees patients and talks to them, anyone that's borderline interest, she sends them to me, and in words, I gave some literature, the souvenir ad journal, discuss what we do, and so. But anyway, I was pleasantly surprised. I said, "Wow, where did this brother come from?" Your thoughts, President General?
No. It's a good thing, when we're able to meet brothers and sisters who are conscious already, and we don't have to start from them with base one, because it's so difficult sometimes, because when you do certain things, people view you a certain way. But see, I remember the first time I went to the Rosedale Civic Association. I had met but an elder lady there named Joyce. And years after she got to know me, she said the first time she saw me at the meeting, she thought I was a troublemaker.
You are. You're causing trouble for the liberation of black people. So what did you actually do at that meeting that would elicit such thoughts?
No, I was talking about how the police, the thing with the police is going, where they're stopping our children and they're doing a whole lot of nonsense. But that even prior to that, I had spoken about the Civic Association not outwardly supporting. You remember that business plan you and I did way back when about the
for the community center.
For the community center.
I gotta tell you, that was 2001.
Yes.
That's how long we've been at this. But go ahead.
So all those things, and people weren't willing to address these things. So these people, but your own people, they're going to look at us as extremists and troublemakers. But regardless of what, we still have to do it anyway. The work has to be done. But most of them actually look at us this way. I was speaking to Chantel the other day, and she said, Mr. Duncan, the first time I started listening to you, I like what you were saying, but at some point you start blaspheming. And I said, I kind of like this gentleman, but he's blaspheming. I don't know if I could deal with that. So when you meet someone who has been through the process, and you don't have to start from point A, it makes it a little bit easier, because we spend so much time trying to convince our people of this. Our sister Harriet Tubman said it best. She said, I
freed 1,000 slaves. I could have freed 1,000 more, only if they knew they were slaves.
Yes.
Get this. As Dr. Duguay introduced me to the patient, this is the quote that she said. I'm listening to this. I said, whoa, what's going on in here? So we're really optimistic. I mean, thing is, brothers and sisters, come on and join, man. Those are the members. Renew your membership. This is the month Mr. Duncan was born. Take advantage of it. And for those who are not our members yet, well, as long as you're African, you're a member. You just got to reactivate your membership. Go down to the FACO Rock while you're shopping, while you're enjoying, especially the bakery. Oh, by the way, President General, how's the bakery doing?
Oh, man, you have to come here. But I try to avoid over there, but It's
Well,
like,
you forced me to eat it, you know, on tape. That's the worst part. It's on tape. The whole world sees it now. But go ahead, President
yeah,
General.
yeah, but it's going good. From time to time I go over there and I sneak something and I eat, but it's going good. It's going good. The bread
Okay.
is going, the bread is the hot thing.
Okay.
But Brother Raymond, and that's why, we have to thank the Rastaman in Jamaica,
Yes, sir.
because the Rastaman in Jamaica, he did a lot of teaching, and it wasn't comfortable to say that you were a Rastaman in Jamaica. Certain points you were being persecuted. People wanted to trim you. The government under Bustamante was killing our brothers and sisters. So with all that, the Rastaman still continued the teachings. And when I came here, honestly speaking, after reading about our great brothers from Haiti, I was looking for conscious brothers and sisters from Haiti, but it was difficult. It was difficult. But for some reason, here and there, you could find some Jamaicans. And the only reason why you were able to find some Jamaicans who were conscious was because of the teachings of the Rastaman and the influences they made. But the good thing about the Rastaman teachings, through the music, the teachings traveled to four corners of the earth, and which we are grateful for. So what we're here doing now, we're teaching again, because we realize that the benefits that Marcus Garvey brought to us, some way was reversed during the integrationist period.
Right.
And then we made more benefits in the 60s and 70s again, and they roll them back by bringing certain things to us. And it doesn't stop. It doesn't stop. So we just have to continue teaching, and it takes a long time sometimes, but we just have to continue to fight.
Okay. President General, I just had a thought. You were saying about we need to always be grateful and thankful for the Rastaman. But President General, growing up, everybody knew that was the only group that was conscious. I mean, ask Brother Quiet here. All the conscious people we knew, they were the Rastas. I mean, even if we didn't understand them, but we would just know. No, growing up, there were two groups, the nation and the Rastaman. Yeah. And those were the two most conscious groups. I veered towards more the nation. Brother Quiet here was veering more towards the Rastas. Yeah, he hung out with a lot of Rasta types, but I was more into the nation. So, President General, and get this, they're both derivatives of Mr. Garvey. What do you have to say about
Of
that?
course, of course, of course.
Okay, okay, the bakery. Wanted to ask you, what's the latest with the Situation Room? And tell our people what is a Situation Room and what's the name of the boulevard. All that's in the documentary. Go ahead, please inform us.
Yes, the Situation Room is the meat room, controlled by Mr. Sterling. And he handled all situation there for our brothers and sisters who patronize this great institution. So if you have a problem here, just go to the Situation Room here at The Rock and it will be handled.
Okay, and what's the name of the street? What's the name of the boulevard that he calls it?
It has to be Marcus Garvey Boulevard.
No, he calls it Oxtail Boulevard. Remember that? All of that's in the
No, we
documentary.
got to change it, man. We got to make it Marcus Garvey Boulevard.
No, but it makes sense to call it Oxtail Boulevard because it's a situation with the oxtail, the mutton, the goat, the chicken, and even said the pork. I said, wow, the Situation Room. So I got a kick out of that because I'm reliving the documentary. Okay, good. Situation Room. Okay, all normal. Okay, President General, the refrigeration room, 100 feet by 30 feet. That's huge. That is huge. Have we ever used it as a refrigerator room, and why not? Why or why not?
We built it for that purpose and we intended to. However, because of limited storage, we have to be using the refrigeration room as a storage room. And we didn't want that because we bought it for that purpose. But unfortunately, we have to do what we have to do. Once we get our building and we have enough space for storage, then we can move on to using the room as it was made for.
This room, this refrigeration room, was it found that way, or was there a lot of construction and a lot of expenditures to make it a refrigeration room? Please respond.
Yeah, we constructed it. It was just an open space, and we built a room. We got the panels and just everything else, the refrigeration equipment, the refrigeration supplies, and we had a technician that came and set up the framing, built the box, and then we had an AC tech now, but it's a refrigeration tech that put in the refrigeration system.
Okay. In the documentary, and I know this because I know this, Sister Keisha mentions when we first opened, we had the shelves were bare. We didn't have that many customers. Now the shares are completely filled and we're overflowing with customers. President General, do you know, every time I shopped at The Rock in the first couple years, it was crowded. Because when did I go? I went during the busy time. I just thought about it because I'm in watching the video. I said, yeah. Oh, but every time I went during high peak. Well, that's what you expect. But I wasn't there during during the day or during the off peak. So, President General, relive those days for us. And when did you? Because there was one day out of the blue, you called me. You said, you know what, Brother Raymond, The Rock is moving. It's happening. We're doing it. Relive those days for us, please. And when did you feel we had gone over the hump? Please respond.
Yes, it's tough with a business like this because, our people don't expect us to own business like this. And therefore, some of our people are not initially going to support us. And as such, we realize that where the average business is...
President General, we've got people calling in. They're saying no answer. They're texting me.
Okay.
Yeah. 718-750-1892. That's the number, correct?
Yes.
Let me repeat one more time. 718-750-1892. Please continue to call in. I've got people calling in. They're not getting through. Okay, continue, PG. You're saying it's a tough business.
Yes. It's a very tough business. And we have it where the average business like this make at least a 15% markup. From the beginning, sometimes on certain products, we were making 2% markup. And there's no way working on a 2% markup can even cover your expenses. But it's just that we were just starting out. We couldn't buy in that bulk. So we just get up and say, it's time to start working. It's time to open up. And we did. And we went through a process where, of course, as Sister Keisha said, the shelves weren't full. And it cost us, it cost us. But my thing was that if we could just hold it long enough for people to know, and people can come and see the difference. But the funny thing is that what I felt good about in those early stages, what let me feel confident, was that so many people who were coming at this point appreciated us. The thing is that there was one sister who, she was one of the few regular customers who came here to do real shopping. She wouldn't just come here for one or two things, but she would come here sometimes and she had 2 baskets of goods. And each time I saw the sister, I felt really good because I know that it was just going to be a matter of time before we get there, but we just needed people to know about us. And just consistently going, it begins to make that difference, and people start pulling, people start pushing. Hold on one second. Prezi, if you're available, so can we take the call? Hello? Hello?
I don't hear anything. Continue calling, caller, please.
Yes.
Do you see the call? Do you see the number coming through?
Yes.
Okay, continue, PGs. As whenever we can, we'll have the person.
Yes. So
continue trying. Go ahead.
So this is the situation, and it took a while, but the thing was that it wasn't a choice about failing. It was going to work. It had to work. The fact that our people trusted us with their monies, we just had to make it work. And it took a while, but here we are.
Here we are, building a black nation, one rock at a time. Okay, so let me, and I really want this call to come through. President General, both you and Mrs. Duncan, you're volunteering, you're doing everything. When did you, plural, decide that, you know what, no matter what, if the food at the Rock was going to, let's say, spoil, send it to Jamaica Breeze? How soon after the Fock Rock opened before you made that decision in running Jamaica Breeze? Please answer.
No, we knew that was going to be one of the benefits, because when you have a business like the Rock, when you have a supermarket business, when you have a wholesale business, and especially where you're dealing with produce, it's going to happen. And what we want, we tell the people them that we have the advantage of keeping the things fresh, because if it's on the shelf for 2 days, on the third day, before it gets to any stage of start looking bad, just send it to Jamaica Breeze, because it's better to do that than keep it here and you have to dump it anyway. So we get through that process. There were a few times when some of the workers messed up and we had to dump some stuff, and I had to get upset and let them know that there's no reason for that. That's the reason why we have an insurance policy. I had to mitigate our losses. And that was the role that Jamaica Breeze played, was to make sure taking the items before it get to that stage. Okay.
And now the bakery. When does the bakery come into the Faka Rock?
You know, we had the bread, and we were making the bread from Jamaica Breeze. We're making bread from years. And then we say, you know what happened? A lot of people are coming here. Let's make the bread here. Let's bake some of these things here. let's start what's a new kind of business here, getting the bakery items. And the bread right now has been the biggest advertiser of the rock,
Absolutely.
because people come here just because they heard about the bread. They want the hot bread, and it's the biggest thing we have going on because people are talking about it. People are talking about how good the bread is, and they're coming to get the bread.
Okay. But the patties, we don't sell patties at the Flocka Rock, but the patties are sold at Jamaica Breeze, correct?
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay. Uh, is that because it's a finished product and that's where we sell it at the restaurant?
Yeah, people had asked me to sell it here, but then we would have to have another setup with a
Got it.
counter and patty warmer and a cash register, and you know so it's something that we could do,
It's a
but
situation.
yeah, yeah.
I'm thinking, Mr. Sterling. It's a situation. We have to figure that situation out. Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. Okay, now, President General, the place closes at 7. How long do the employees stay before they leave? Because closing at 7 doesn't mean you leave at 7. You got to stay a couple hours.
Yeah,
What's the rule of thumb?
sometimes they'll stay an hour, sometimes a little bit longer,
Okay,
and some nights you have the guys who are baking, and they'll push you to an hour and a half, close to 2 hours sometimes, if they're baking and we want to facilitate them. But it's finishing up.
okay. How soon, how early do we start baking? Oh, by the way, brothers and sisters, the reason why we're spending this time going over the rock, because it's a real ecosystem. Everything is there. You got black vendors, black businesses, black workers, black everything. And so we want to engage more into it, and that's why I'm waiting for the callers to call in. But this is absolutely fascinating. I think my son Rodney does an excellent job on the documentary, saying it's a whole ecosystem. That's what it is. I mean, all praise and honor is due to Mr. Garvey, man. I mean, this is, and then by extension, the President General. This is a real big time, living, breathing, historical event, and we got to take full advantage of it. We're going to be pushing the rock. Well, number one, it speaks for itself. It's food and food distribution, and number two, it's also an investment vehicle. But anyway, President General, about the bakery. How early do they start baking?
They get there. Most of them get there at 6:37.
Okay. Wow. And I have a joke to tell everybody. When Jamaica Breeze Merrick, the first one opened, that was June 1st, 2013. The first couple months, every time I spoke with he wasn't President General yet. He would tell me, he said, every morning, 4:35, I'm up. I would say, why? He'd say, in case the chefs don't make it, I'm the backup. So I always had to be ready, willing, and able. So now the question I've got for the President General is he, you're not the backup for the bakery, are you? Okay, there you have it. President General is going to be answering that right now. So I'm just dying to know when Jamaica Breeze opened into June 1st, 2013, every morning President General was up because he was the backup to the chef. So in case the chef couldn't make it, he had to be ready, willing, and able. So my question to you, President General, are
Hold,
you the
hold on, brother
backup?
Raymond. Caller, are you there? Hello.
Yes, I'm here. Good night. Good night. Greetings and blessings.
Good night.
Greetings,
Good night.
brother Kweku. What's going on?
Greetings, brother. Hello.
Quick, we lost you.
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay, what's on your mind? And I knew I saw you Saturday at the grand reopening, and thank you for treating me to lunch. I appreciate that. I saw you at the cake cutting, celebrating summertime and President General's Earth Strong. But Sunday, because we were waiting for you, and he had a flat tire coming all the way from Philadelphia again. so we had to re-show the documentary. So we stayed for another hour, a little bit over an hour. Brother Quake, what are your impressions on the documentary, and what can you say about The Rock and Mr. Garvey? Go right ahead.
Well, being at the Rock physically for the past couple of years, going there shopping, and actually seeing the documentary, it basically kind of give you it revitalize the image you have of the Rock, to let you know that this is not just a grocery store, is not just a place where restaurants go purchase their goods, to sell to the public, is where families from different islands could relate to the foods and foods and vegetables that are available there, that we are living in what we call Babylon or across the waters, that is not readily provided for us in a regular supermarket. So there in itself, the Rock plays a very important, say like a medium or like an anchor, where if you're from the Caribbean and you grew up on certain foods, you grew up with certain tastes, you can go there at the Rock to get those things. Restaurants know, in order for the Caribbean family to come to their restaurant, they're looking for that Caribbean taste. They're looking for that Caribbean staple. And they too have to go get their products from the Rock. One thing I really, really was mad about is that when I see the bread, when I buy bread at the Rock, I buy two. One to travel it and one to take home. But when I saw the bread, man, that bread is really it's really what you call it, a brand. It's the brand for the Rock. Although I could go say the bananas, everybody from the time the bananas come, they go. I can say that. I love the dry goods, because that's something I'm into a lot. The peas and the beans and the nuts and stuff, the spices.
Right.
And to actually, I've been to the spice room before, but I never really take it in that much when the President General basically say how they basically, bottle them out and how they purchase them, and you basically get to see it on a camera lens versus then you just looking around, and viewing, but a camera lens really, really paid the Rock. It looked a lot bigger than it is. In my mind, I'm saying, why we need a bigger place? But when you go there, you see why you need a bigger place, But the documentary is very well put together. I love the commentary, and I love the way it was put together. It was really nice.
Quake, I got to interrupt you. You said, why do we need a bigger place? Well, think of the scene where President General is in the refrigeration room. It's 100 by 30 feet. And he says, look at it. All you see is boxes. There's no space. Of course,
used for storage because you needed more storage space. And that's what I'm saying. When you look at the documentary, you basically say, whoa.
Quake, I lost you.
I'm here. You hear me?
No, we lost you for a second. Go ahead. Repeat.
Yeah, I was saying, when you look at the documentary, right, the documentary shows this humongous place because, you see the camera lenses and the hallways or the aisles is down here. You see the height of the aisle. This guy is standing up on 3-4 levels up, stacking up sodas. You see the hugeness, the massness of it. But when you go there, you actually say, whoa, as big as this place is, the amount of products that are available at the Rock makes it small, And when the PG said, hey, this was supposed to be our refrigerator, but you know what? We needed place for storage because there's so much product being brought in, So I can imagine when you have an adequate place that could fit all those things comfortable, where you can have the bakery section. I can go to the bakery section and say, yo, give me that bread over there. Or go over here and say, yo, I want 2 patties. You know what I mean? And then you go over to this section and you go over to this section, And man, I'm telling you, it's gonna be a work of excellence. As it is now, it's gonna be a greater work of excellence. And man, I'm telling you, it's proud to even walk in there and see your people.
Yes.
Buy from your people.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And somebody could feel at home, like when you go Africa, you ain't got to worry what neighborhood you're in. You know what I mean? Because it's our home, and that's what the rock provides. It provides the home vibe and the home taste, the home cooking for families and restaurants. It's
And
it's
and
it's
Vic, Vic and Brother Raymond, I don't know if you know, but the bakery was supposed to be the fish room. It's a refrigerator as well.
wow.
Wow.
Brother Raymond, I don't know
Yes.
if you realize, next time you go in the bakery, look up and you will see the fans down.
Yes. No, 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 no. I've seen the fans. I thought that was to keep the place cool. No, no, no,
No.
because we no, no. When we were filming, we checked everything.
Yes.
We even talked about it. I said, "Ooh, yeah, you're right." So, President General, all I need is $10 million. What can you do for me,
Yes, yes. Let's do it, brother. Let's do it.
Brother Quake? All I need is $10 million. What can you do for me, Brother Quaku?
Brother, man, all I can tell you, your needs are my needs because we're gonna fight for it the same way.
Of course.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah. So, okay, hold on, Brother Craig. What about the music selection? Give me, what
Oh
did you think of your
man,
President General? What did you think
yo,
of the employees, man?
big up to my brother, big up to my brother. Right up. I love that song.
Yeah,
Rose,
Rose
it's called
Tree.
Rose Tree.
Rose
That's
Tree.
that's very nice. I was into music, still into music, and I could tell you, when I hear something, I have it's something in me could tell me, that is something great. And again, big up to the brother right up. I sorry I didn't get a chance to see him, before he we departed from the meeting on Sunday, but I definitely want to tell him personally, bro, you need to re-release that song, The Rose Tree.
Oh,
It's
he's got
very,
CDs. No, no, no,
very,
hold it.
very
Hold
well
it.
put
Hold
together.
it. Let me tell you what happened. That Thursday night, the night we were going to have the documentary, it was supposed to be a big time concert. We were going to have it at a theater. I won't mention the name, actually, Black Lady Theater. But we found out it's part of deed theft, and I didn't want to get involved in that. But it was going to be
Uh,
a concert, and we were going to bring a cake, surprise your president general. Man, let me tell you, we were planning big things. But every step of the way, we ran into obstacles. I said, my God. But the one thing, as I spoke to Brother Trevor, I said, look, Trevor, we're scaling down, but we're still doing it. And then at the last minute, not the last minute, I had to tell Brother right up, it's not going to be a concert, man. It's just in the community room. Things. Yeah, where's Medgar Evers, the Black Lady Theater, even the Billie Holiday Theater? Everywhere we ran into obstacles. Anyway, but we figured, look, the show must go on. But at least Trevor and the crew came in to surprise Mr. Duncan. That I really wanted. And Brother Write Up never knew well, he knew he was in the documentary because we interviewed him. But his song, when we were sitting down editing, I said, we got to go with Rose Tree. And I really like that song, by the way.
yeah,
But
it
he's
is.
got a
It
whole
is a very
bunch of
nice song.
CDs. He's got a whole bunch of CDs. I don't remember for what album that is. But Brother Quake, I can't tell you, when I saw you come in Sunday, even though the documentary was over, I said, okay, we're going to show it over again because I know you made that effort to come all the way from Philadelphia and you had a flat tire. So I said, I don't care what they charge us. We're going to stay extra. But this is our marketing tool. And we're going to, we've made, by the way, that was the very first showing, meaning we've made a lot of edits since then. Oh, man, I really like what we've done. And so we're going to continue promoting this because that $10 million, Brother Quake, PG, can you imagine when we get a 40,000 square foot warehouse? PG, just can you dream it? Can you touch it? Please answer, President General.
Yes, yes, yes. We're gonna make it happen. We're not only dreaming because we have woken up, and we're just gonna make it happen. I think we have to find a way to take it to Africa. If we can, we should try to organize something where we can show it in but in Ghana.
You mean that Abibi to me?
Yeah, show where we can invite people and show it. And I think I'd like to show it in Jamaica as well.
Okay.
Most likely I'm gonna have to go to Jamaica soon because one of my cousins passed away. So
Ooh.
yeah,
Condolences. Oh man,
Yes.
the reason why this affects me is because I've known Mr. Duncan since 1999. All of the family members, like Barrington, we're like we're all family. So condolences, man. So that's it. So brother Quake, give us your last thoughts and give me some inspirational words. Go ahead, Quake.
Inspirational words. First of all, like, let me take the time out to tell PG condolences to you and the family.
Yes.
You know, and all the best. And we have another ancestor that we can call on.
Of course. Much love, brother.
Yes, yes, man. But the documentary, just as impactful as walking into the Rock and seeing the the setup, seeing that this is ours, our the pigmentation people, and again knowing that we are the biggest consumers and the biggest spenders, man. We have a lot of people say we don't have money, but if we don't have money and if we were poor, we wouldn't have no Chinese coming in our neighborhood. We wouldn't have the Indians coming in our neighborhood. We won't have the liquor stores in our neighborhood. We won't have all those things we have in our neighborhood. Because why? Because we are the ones that's making them rich. Poor people cannot make people rich.
Mm,
We just have to redirect. We are going one way and we're supposed to be going the other way.
Of
And as
course.
PG said it, we are not accustomed seeing ourselves in that light. We are not accustomed in opening a bank and saying, "No, I'm not the teller. I'm the owner." We're not saying, "No, I'm not the janitor. A spill happened and I came out of office to clean this." We have to, what you call it, we have to educate the people. We have to open their eyes and open their ears and let them know, listen, man, it's a lie. We were the ones that did this before. We have to show them, as how the Rock is showing them, that we can do this and we did this. Your guys had the inspiration and had the muscle and the guts and the brain to stand up to
mm,
say, you know what, man, we got to break this mold. Because forever we were saying that black people can't work together. You can't tell me that when I come to the Rock. You can't
mm.
tell me that when I come to a meeting. We just have to know we have to break the molds that the colonial people set up for around us,
Of course.
for us to live by. And the Rock is the foundation. The Rock is the start. And we're going to rise up and we're going to stand up. But we got to let the people know that we can do this. We did it. And we just got to do it again on a bigger magnitude. And it's for them. It's not for us. It's for them.
Mm. Well said. Well said. President General, your thoughts as we close out on Tuesday, September 16, 5 days after the 62nd Earth Strong of the President General. Go ahead.
Yes, yes, brother Quake. Thanks again. It was great seeing you on Saturday. Thanks for your commitment and loyalty to Race First. But you're greatly appreciated, brother. Much love, much love,
Appreciate you
much love.
guys as well, PG. Appreciate you guys as well.
Yes, man. Yes, man. So, brothers and sisters, we continue. We are on this platform for one reason. It's to get us, each and every one of us, working together under the red, black, and green. It's to get you to commit to Race First. It's to get you to commit to join our ranks that we may build a better tomorrow. Race First.
Oh, well said. Thank you for being a part of the UNIA Rock Media on Tuesday, September 16th, 6265 or 2025. And thank you from the UNIA Rock Media. And as we close out, please raise your beautiful black right and noble fist and repeat after me. Africa
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 for the Africans,
for the Africans,
for the Africans,
those at home,
those at home,
those at home,
and those abroad,
and those
and those
abroad.
abroad.
because it's one God,
One God,
One God,
one aim,
one aim,
one aim,
and one destiny.
one
and
destiny.
one destiny.
And of
Yes,
course,
yes.
race
Race
first.
First.
Race first.
Long live your President General, the Honorable Michael R. Duncan. Long live the undaunted one, the Honorable Carlos A. Cooks. Long live your Emperor, the Honorable Jean-Jacques Dessalines. And finally, long live the greatest among men and gods, the most honorable Marcus Mosiah Garvey. See you at the Rock. Have a good night, Africans.
Good night.
Bye-bye.
Keep it rocking, baby. Keep it
The
rocking.
Community Focus Show is brought to you by Jamaica Breeze.
If you had a choice of colors, which one would you choose, my brothers? If there was no day or night, which would you prefer to be right? How long have you hated your white teacher? Who told you you love your black preacher? Do you respect your brother's woman friend and share with black folk